Alrighty. What's going on, Slickheads? Back. Let me redo that one. Sound was still loud. Welcome back to part 2 of the Summoner's War free-to-play series here in 2024. Today, we're just going to be advancing. You know, we didn't really get stuck last episode anywhere, and we just went over the basics. So today, we're just going to keep on making progress and see how this goes. Same rules, nothing's changed. How you guys doing? Collect our daily rewards. And just get right back into Summoner's Way. Whatever it's telling us to do is what we're doing. Clear 5 quests from Fast Level Up. Okay, go down to Challenge. Fast Level Up, Rune Auto Engrave. Use Auto Engrave to engrave runes on Water Magic Night. Even though we already did that. But, okay, yeah. So that's all we had to do since we already have runes on him. Or her. Move over to Famon, using the Water Magic Night only. This is just teaching you how to farm. This is the basic stage you want to farm. You want to do Hell and Path 1. That's how you level up your characters as quickly as possible. So what they want us to do is just leave her in to show you that she can solo. What's up, TK? What's up, Kevin? So yeah, as you can see, very quick farmer. Gets it done. Does multi-hits with every single skill so that she can quickly clear the waves and you can quickly get experience. Now they want us to clear this with non-max level monsters. It's just teaching you how to level up your other units. And the less units that you have, the more the XP will go into the units that you do have. So for example, if instead of having 4 units on the stage, I just have Lapis and let's say the Werewolf, they will get more of the chunk of experience. So it gets spread out the more units that you have. And I think we already have an XP thing going, don't we? Yeah, we already have an XP buff. I think this is a buff because we're a new player. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Yo, can't stay and watch, but have fun. No worries, man. Appreciate you stopping in, saying hello. I'm not going to say that again. All right, now we're on to Aiden Forest. We get some new runes, Fatal Energy and Blade runes once we complete it. Oh no, you get to select one of these 3. Not sure which ones we're going to select. But I think we have enough Fatal runes at this point. So, well, no, we have a Blade set on the Martial Cat. We have a Fatal set on Lapis. So maybe we'll go with an Energy set. And we'll use that for maybe Vigor or Fran. If you're new, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about with these names. So I should probably start using like their base names. Let's keep it going. Many players do not finish the missions. The missions of Two-Way Hell or Two-Way Hard and obtaining 1,300 points in Arena are difficult. That is true. That is why we're doing this series. That's usually where it starts getting to a point where you kind of have to start teaching yourself how runes work, and understanding that it's not just placing the units in there, it's about actually understanding how to use those units. But we'll get more into that after we're done all the scenario stuff. This is still just really basic gameplay. Like, you're just going to the next stage. Nothing difficult. Watching your units level up. You know, getting that, I guess, connection, if you want to call it, with your characters. And yeah, just learning as you go. The beginning is annoying because doing the story map is boring as hell. Thankfully, you got chat to entertain you. Yeah, that is true. It's more fun as like if you're by yourself, just kind of playing the game. You're watching like your characters level up, and that kind of feels good, in my opinion. But as like a streamer, you're right. It is kind of hard to stay entertaining with all this because I'm not like actually playing. I'm just letting it play itself. And just trying to think of different things to talk about and teach, I guess. It's the only way I can really do it. But, like I said in the last episode, they give out a lot of free stuff, a lot of free units as you go along, a lot of free rune sets as you go along. And those rune sets just completely carry you to the point where you're just trying to level things up right now, trying to get things to max level and carrying through the story. But I promise you, it does start getting difficult at a certain point if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, we'll collect another rune set. Like, this is ridiculous right here. Like, we never used to have this. These are maxed out runes already. Complete sets. Like, even though they're rare type runes, they're still like way better than what we used to have to deal with. Like, we used to actually have to use the runes that we got from like doing this stuff. You don't really have to do that anymore. Oh, we got another one of these, so we can buy another rune set. And which one should we go for? Well, I think eventually we get them all, right? So it doesn't really matter. We'll just go with Swift. And these are actually legendary runes. They're not powered up yet. But it's also random. So like this is complete trash. Because it's not a percentage or it's not speed. This one could be good. Could go into speed. Not that great. Another one, I went into flat. And we got resistance. That's terrible. And we got resistance on this one. And it went all into attack. Great. I don't think we have re-apps yet, right? No, not yet. So re-apps will let you randomly switch around these substats to potentially get better stats. Alright. Don't need to use these yet because we already have XP going. Yeah, it just wants us to clear Aiden Forest. 3 more stages. I remember that a few years ago, they reset those missions and many were left without the rewards. You're just talking about the scenario missions? The game is so good for new players right now. That is very true. I always look forward to new updates for new players every time they make an update. Even though it doesn't really affect me anymore. But it kind of does affect me specifically. Because I stream and stuff and I'm trying to help new players out. But like, for my main account, I mean, it doesn't do anything for me. But it does get newer people into the game to be able to catch up quicker. And to keep the game alive. Resetting for an LD5 might be a bit much, but how about just 1 to 2 decent normal nat 5s? Is it worth it? Yeah, definitely going for a LD Nav 5 is going to take forever. But yeah, it's not a bad idea to keep trying to reset until you get at least one Nat 5 to work with. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about here, at the beginning of the game, they give you a premium pack, and a lot of people keep resetting their games to keep summoning from that premium pack, and they'll do it until they get something good so that they can start their account already with something pretty decent. All right, final stage. I hope this game lasts a few more years. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so too. It's hard to say. I mean, I think it'll always be around because it's a mobile game and there's so many people invested into it still. But like I said last stream, if they come out with an update that just completely makes the game terrible and not like enjoyable to play anymore, then I think that's when you'll see the game officially die off. But really, if they just keep coming out with updates and keep making the quality of life better and making the graphics better like they've been doing, then I think there's no reason for why this game wouldn't last for a couple more years. At least until a point where like VR takes over and everyone just uses like VR as their gaming outlet. There we go, more talking. And we unlocked Ferrin Castle. Okay, we're gonna go with the energy set. I think, yeah, let's go with the energy set. See what we get. HP, HP, HP. Okay, so I think that's guaranteed that you get those. Okay. Collect that. Now we're into TOA. So we're going to create our TOA, first TOA team, first TOA lineup. After Ellie is done talking about it. All right. So Lapis, really good for TOA. Fran, also really good for TOA. Can use her leader skill off the rip. We can't use any of these. I should just store these away. Let's see. Who else is good for TOA? Good for TOA. And two more. I guess we can use these two for now. They're not really that great for TOA. They could be good. Like, he's good as a support for now and a defense breaker, and she'll be good for like boss stages, nuking down the boss. But really, like, these two are our main crowd control units, which is what you want to do for TOA. That just means you're like attacking multiple enemies because there's 5 enemies to attack on each stage. So for now, this should work. And he also applies dots, but he doesn't have any runes. So we'll probably give him that HP set just so he can survive. Don't reset, just play slowly. This game has a solid community with a lot of money. That is very true. Yeah, the community's always been great, but you are right. There is a lot of money that has been invested into this game by a lot of the whales that have gotten into it. So, but what that means is that they have a lot of money to keep investing into the game if they want to. And I know that they do invest a good amount into it because they have tournaments, they have prize money to win. You know, they're in the esports scene. if you want to call it that. But yeah, they definitely at least tried to give back to the community. You know, people aren't always happy with the things that they do, but you know, they're a business at the end of the day. And yeah, their decisions, if you don't like their decisions, then don't play the game. Or, you know, just be a part of the community, and we can all agree that some of the decisions they make aren't great and try to get them to hear us. Wish you luck with 10th floor. Appreciate it. We should be all right with at least the first like 40 stages, even right now, with what we have going. For an old game, this game still generates a lot of money. Yes, it does. And the thing is, you guys haven't even seen their final form yet. Like, they always have like a card under the table that they can play once the game starts like generating less money. And we've seen them do that. Like, for example, we never thought that they would come out with the Transcendence Scroll. I feel like the game started to die off a little bit. And then, what do you know? Oh, guaranteed nat 5, $100. Who wants it? You guys upset about your luck? Here you go. You're guaranteed to get some luck here. And then the next one that they're going to do as soon as the game starts dying is guaranteed light dark nat 5. Going downhill. They'll make a shit ton of money, but then people will be like, all right, well, you can just buy the best stuff in the game. Why am I playing this? Hey Slick, thanks for consistently going live at this time. Watching your videos makes work go by faster. I appreciate it, Madison. Thank you. I'm trying my best. Consistency is key. All right, 3 more stages to go. We're still not struggling whatsoever. Lapis is just running through everything. The Ancient Transcendence Scroll was cool too. Yeah, man, I don't hate it. I don't hate the free nat 5s. But they definitely devalue all of your nat 5s. Or every nat 5 in the game. That's not a light dark. And personally, I think that it's made getting new nat 5s a little less exciting. It's still exciting, it's still something new. And there's always excitement with that. But it definitely devalued that. Because I remember back when I first started playing this game, every time you'd get a new nat 5, it was like a huge deal for you. You felt like you just hit the lottery. Now it's just kind of like, all right, finally, I got this unit. Now I need like 5 more nat 5s so I can, you know, start doing the stuff that I see other people are doing. I mean, that also comes with just the game being older, I think. Like the fact that it's been out for 10 years, it's just simply going to devalue things. Because, you know, over time, people are eventually going to start getting everything, and yeah, just devalues it. I don't know. Can a new account complete the HOH challenges? Or how far roughly? All right, we just beat stage 10. Collect a reward. Yeah, a new account definitely could beat those stages. Depends how new, though. Like, a brand new account, no. Okay, we're going to dump this into Lapis. I suggest putting all of your skill ups into Lapis right off the rip. Like the free skill ups that you get from these. Put them right into Lapis. I didn't read that. Do we have to get, like, a certain rank? Yep, 1100 victory points. We'll go with speed leader. It's like such a inspiration in the Summoner's world. Appreciate it, Hogan. I recommend this live series to new players in my guild. Awesome, man. Appreciate you spreading the word. Let your friends know. Or if there's somebody that's like thinking about getting into the game, I appreciate you letting them know. So I was going to upload the first episode this morning, but I fell a little bit behind with everything I was working on. And at the very least, I want to at least be streaming for you guys every day and continuing the series, even if I'm not uploading the videos right away. So you'll hopefully see yesterday's stream condensed into a video either later tonight or tomorrow morning. Many of us made many mistakes and were not very efficient. Yes. But that's all right. It's not always about efficiency. Sometimes being efficient makes things boring. So all that really matters is that you're getting to where you want to get to. And for this series, all that really matters is what's below the chat right now. TOA normal and hard complete all dungeons and conqueror. It's all that matters. It's all we're trying to do. We're headed in that direction. And we will get there. And I know a lot of you guys have been struggling for a long time, maybe in like Fighter 3, and never could get up to Conqueror. And throughout the series, you're going to see the process of how to do it. Hi, I'm Noah as well. What's up, Edsel? Welcome in. Hope you're enjoying the game. Waiting for summon. Yeah, we're getting there. Few more to go. We could try our luck. We are hoping for a fusion unit so that we don't have to worry about fusing everything once we go to make like Veramos and other fusion monsters, because everything else we are not allowed to use. Is it a good idea to build all 4-star I get? No. Not right away. I would say focus on a core team. Right now, it's kind of hard to show exactly where we're headed, but I'm basically using the same type of units, and I'm focused on them because I know that they're going to be good later on in the game. But, yeah, basically, if you're a new player, what they're giving you for free early on is like some of the best stuff that you can have. I think we're going to lose against this Lapis. Yeah, we lost. All right. That's what we're going to look like one day. Refresh that. There we go. Some people at our speed right now. Interesting. It brings back a lot of memories. It will be fun to see this. Yep. Try to bring it back. What server are you playing on right now? We're on Europe server. What's the goal? 300 speed Bernard speed run? I don't know what kind of speed we're going to get to. But we're not going to be able to get to a competitive speed in that short amount of time unless we farm giants like crazy. But the plan will probably be to make like a turn 2 team for Arena and RTA. and try to rank up that way and make like scary defenses. I'll go for him. Kill her. Yeah, we need to get Fran to move first so she can put up the attack buff. We can deal more damage every time Lapis takes a turn. We are 1 win away. I think we can beat this guy. Not 100% positive. Let's change his rune. Actually, should we... Whoops. Auto engrave. It wants to put the Swift set on him. That's fine for now. We can do that. Make this plus 12. So he's got more HP. Look at that. Doubled his base HP at level 28. We might as well plus 15 this as well. Get even more HP on him. And as his base HP goes up from leveling up, his percentage HP from runes will also go up. Okay. To have 300 speed, at least you must have quad roll in 4 of the 6 runes and grind them. Yeah, so we're probably not going to get there. We're just going to work with what we have. Oh, she dies if we lose. We lose, I think. Oh, maybe not. Oh, shit. Come on. This is for a legendary scroll. We can do it. Oh, he's not on violent anymore. Shit. Is he dead? Oh, he's dead. Damn it. I feel like we're doing Arena Rush. Alright. Why am I versing people? Where's like the low levels? We're gonna have to buy this. We're getting there. All right. Where are we at? One more. Yeah, so for that part, just first people that are lower level than you, keep refreshing until you have all opponents that are lower level, and you'll get up to 1100, which is C1. Collect our legendary by the Tranquil Forest. This you can put your monsters inside of. They'll gain experience over time. It's not really a big deal. It doesn't like really level up your people that much, but when you're not playing the game, you know, your units can get an extra level. So it's worth at least putting your people in there at the beginning. Honestly, it's mainly just for decoration though. Oh, we already did that, so we gotta do it again. Oh, I guess we have to take her out. There we go. And we will summon. We're not gonna use these until we have 10, and we're gonna use this. Let's see. Who we getting? Anamusha. Can't use it. I'm gonna start putting away everything that we're not allowed to use. So none of these we can use. Put them away. And we will continue into Farron Castle. Go speed. Make sure everything has runes on them. She does not. What just happened there? Go plus 12. Resistance, it's not bad. Plus 9 this one. Completed a achievement by accident. Plus 9. And plus 12 this one. Didn't get any speed. We have a lot of resistance, almost 100%. Yeah, so with her, it's actually not that bad to have attack because her healing abilities are based off of her attack. Or at least her second healing ability. Recovers the amount is proportionate to the attack power. So that's why having attack on her isn't bad, but ideally you want to go speed, HP, and then have additional attack like in these stats below here. Getting those crystal dragons golems should be priority. Yes. Yes, you want to, if I'm reading that correctly, you want to go for giants first, the giant golem, and then the dragon. Why aren't you using the 4 stars? This is a free-to-play only series, and not all 4 stars are completely free-to-play. Some of them you have to summon. It's the same thing with some of the 3 stars, but since there are 3 stars and you're going to be doing a lot of summoning throughout playing the game, eventually you're going to be able to get every 3 star. So I consider even the ones that aren't fusible and that you can only summon, I still consider those ones free to play. But not every 4 star. You need Lauren. SD, hope you get soon. Yeah, Lauren is really helpful. Lauren is the light cowgirl. So you want to actually be constantly checking your chat to see if there's a Lauren secret dungeon that's going to pop up. So like, for example, this Viking here was part of a secret dungeon. You can request to enter it. But we don't really want the water Viking. He's pretty trash. We want the light cowgirl. Sub bro, like your videos. Keep up the great work you're doing. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you. If you guys don't mind doing me a quick favor while we're farming out the scenarios, I'd appreciate it if you guys all left a like on the stream. It's free, helps out a lot, as well as leaving a comment after the video is posted to YouTube. Just completely free ways you guys can help out the channel. We're in Europe server. I should probably put that actually, since a lot of people are asking. Don't know where I can fit it though. We'll just put it here. EU server. It's not really the best spot to put it. Let's put it over here. EU server. I'm struggling with this. There we go. EU server, guys. So I don't want to hear none of these Europe server players coming in here saying, "Oh, what are you doing this on global? Oh, it doesn't count. It's global server." No, we're on your server now. Which I never really understood that. Like, you still have to do pretty much the same thing to get the same ranks on any server. Inugami SD Open, Bella. Oh, okay. And we got Amazon. Good shout with that one. Yeah, so we're gonna farm out both of these. This guy's not even that bad either. We could farm him out. So yeah, very important. While you're doing these scenarios, if you're gonna auto them, try to pay attention to the chat. Luckily, I have a backup chat, making sure that I don't forget that. You've reached the max number of monsters. Receive. Okay. Just dump all of them into here for now. Collect them. Evolve a monster to 4-star. We're gonna take... Let's actually make him 3-star and then make him a 4-star. Because he's gonna be very helpful in completing the giant for the first time. We also need to make this one right here into at least a 3-star. We're gonna keep him. Level up Magic Knight to max level. You can either farm that out or we can just simply use the Angel Mon that they gave us. Alright, she's now maxed out. Clear Faemon. Using the Water Magic Knight. I can't remember if it said it's by herself or not. We'll just do it by herself. Is global worse? Apparently. I think it's just simply Europe server and Asia server have more of the tryhards on it, more of the whales. And the reason they have like bragging rights is because if you go to arena and if you had the inner server battle up, the order it goes is usually, I think it's either Europe or Asia. It's one of the two are usually first and second, and then it's global, and then it's, you know, the other servers. So I think that's what people base it off of. Also, if you look at like the events, like the Guild War competitions that go on, usually it's a Europe or Asia server guild that wins it. So that's what they're basing it off of. And same thing for RTA. Clear Farron, okay. Keep going on with that. Actually, let's 6-star her if we can, so that we're not wasting precious experience that we could be gaining here. But there we go, we got our first 6-star. Highly recommend making her your first 6-star. It's like not even a question. And then make her a 37. And then we go back to the castle. And there we go. Oh, okay. There we have it. We already got the 3. Even this one's not bad to get. We got some of the 3 main secret dungeons that you want to try to get early on in the game and farm them out. We're going to farm it out after this if I remember. I keep forgetting. I just keep clicking things. What's your Twitch? My Twitch is linked on my channel or on any of my YouTube videos, but I don't really stream on there. I've streamed once in the past, I think, year. I don't know if I will eventually switch over there or not, but right now I'm pretty set on just doing YouTube streams. But yeah, if you want to check out my my Twitch, just go over there. Okay, let's farm this out. This is worth it. We'll go for... Let's just make sure we get this one before we start farming the other ones. Give him something to work with. Oh no, we don't want to give him that. Energy. Energy. Give him accuracy. These are the same. There we go. We got good speed right there. Not bad all around. Pretty solid. Good accuracy. He's a tank unit that provides a defense break on his first skill. So having good accuracy and a lot of HP is really all he needs for now. Is Lynn even worth it nowadays? Yeah, she's definitely worth it. She's not necessarily that worth it early on, but once you start doing your speed teams, she is worth it for that. And honestly, we'll probably even use her going into TOA for the boss stages and just nuke down the bosses if we can deal enough damage. Makes it a lot quicker. So anything that you can make quicker is worth it. Someone summoned Veronica in the channel? Oh, really? Oh, shit, okay. There she is. That could have been us. That should have been us. Where's the secret dungeon for that thing? Oh, they said it was a bot. That's so annoying. I see this every day. It's these fake accounts, they just create it so that they can try to... I don't really know what they do, to be honest, but they're not real accounts. And they get all the good stuff, all the stuff that we want. They take it so that we can't get it. Alright, we're gonna have to farm this probably for the rest of the stream, to be honest. But it's going to be worth it. We'll put it on auto. Now that we cleared it for the first time. I think you can just auto them without having to clear them. So we should have done that from the beginning. Hopefully we don't start lagging. Usually when I have the repeat battle going on, that's like the breaking point for my computer. But I'll try to keep an eye on it. And hopefully we can maybe do some like TOA stages while that's farming. Beat this guy in the arena. Yeah, so here's like exhibit A of how the game has become much more enjoyable to play. Before, you would have had to sit there and farmed out that cowgirl. But now we can actually go and do other stuff while it's farming it out. And we can continue to actually play the game. Beat a mirror. And what else do we have? Farron Castle. Can we do this? No, we can't. So we can't do scenario or any other dungeons. Can we do this maybe? Are any of these free to play? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think they're free to play. So there's no point of farming them out. But we can maybe use one of them for a skill up. Alright. And then we'll buy the Devilmon. So that once we fuse Varamos, we can just start dumping Devilmons into him. But this is definitely the first one we want to try to get. Or try to get Vertiheal first. We'll see how the progression goes. Just click this stuff. I'll add you. Make a wish. What do we wish for? Oh, Veronica? Yeah, these wishes definitely need an update. Big time. Look at that. We got the same thing twice in a row, which I don't really mind, but if the other awards or rewards were worth it, then I could actually be excited about it. But it's not even exciting. It's just like it takes time. And on top of that, they should have a skip button on this. Why do I want to see this go around in a circle just to know that I'm going to get something that's not even that great? It's pointless. Right, keep collecting. What is this? Oh, you guys are sending friend requests. Anybody that wants to add me, I'll accept. You guys can inspect the account. Make sure that I'm not playing when I'm not streaming. And we'll summon 10 times here. Oh, lightning on the first scroll. Chisoon. Can't use her. Alright, so we got Rune. He's going to be big with getting C1 and RTA. But besides that, he's not worth building right now. This guy is going to be great for TOA. We'll probably use him for TOA. He's kind of like a budget Varad. which is the ice dragon, water dragon. And we'll probably build this guy as well. Really good for a couple of different dungeons as well as PvP. And we get another witch. And we'll start locking the stuff that we want to keep. That one's already locked. We'll lock this one. And this one. Yeah, this is just making sure that we don't accidentally feed them once we're trying to power different things up. And also when I go to put things into this storage bin right here, it won't try to put those units that I have locked into there as well. We'll keep Rune out. Megan's going to be pretty good for arena later on, so we'll keep her out. And everything else can go in here for now. We'll lock these two. And there you go. See how our dungeon's going. 13 out of 40. Okay, what else can we do? Guess TOA is the only other thing that we can do. For now, or we can do more arena, but it's not really worth it right now. And we'll start setting up more of our TOA team. We'll take you out. We'll put the Elven Ranger in there. And we'll specifically ruin this unit because I don't want to use all of my best stuff on him. Just go Fatal for now. Attack. Let's see if we have a speed slot for this rune. Yes, we do. We'll just use Shield for now. And Fatal. And do we have another shield? Yes, we do. All right. I also ideally want to take out the werewolf, but we'll leave him in for now. I think we'll switch him out for that Inugami, the fire one that we just got. He's got a team up ability, which will reduce the cooldown time of the rest of our team when he uses it, because it makes them attack. And he'll also be able to quickly get us through these stages. Yeah, we're starting to lag because we got the other thing running right now. Who will be your first fusion? Yeah, Varamos will be the first fusion. Devilmon, a fusible unit. Is Varamos the only one you recommend spending Devilmons on? Early on, yes. Early on, it's better just to get him to his strongest state. And I know you could just fuse a bunch of Baramosses and skill them up that way, but that's going to take a lot of time, energy, resources. It's not really worth it, in my opinion. Early on, you just want to get Baramos maxed out to his fullest potential and clear pretty much every dungeon in the game with him, except for, I guess, Necropolis, because he only attacks once. But besides that, he's good for everything else. He's going to be good for Arena, Arena Defense, RTA, Guild Wars, TOA, Giants, Dragons, everything. Chisun has immunity now. It is very good. Yep. Can't use her, though. Second Awakenings are going to be very useful. Yeah, definitely. We'll probably do Crow first for the Second Awakening. Just so that we can quickly start farming dungeons at a good pace. Be under at least 2 minutes on average, and we'll be able to get enough runes from that to hopefully be able to progress into completing the other dungeons as we get better stuff. And then from there, we'll go into Arena, which unfortunately we can only do Arena Rush one day of the week, so we have to plan for that day. But as for RTA, I don't know if I'm gonna do it like getting to C1 and then keeping C1 until the end of the season, or just simply getting there, just to say like we've accomplished getting to C1. But I think for Arena, we'll at the very least make it so I actually get C1 at the end of the week. Go, level 14. In the last event that came out, they gave you a lot of energy for Second Awakenings. Yeah, I saw that. So we'll be taking advantage of that, for sure. But anyway, while we farm out TOA and these secret dungeons, what is your guys' current ranks in Arena and RTA? And how long have you guys been playing for? That would be very interesting to see. So I have a better gauge on like whether or not a lot of you guys have already accomplished this, or if some of you are doing this for the first time and hoping to learn something new. Yeah, so I'd say we're able to get to stage probably 40 right now with this team. Might have to level up a few people, take out the werewolf, but we can definitely already get pretty close to like halfway up TOA. I just realized I got little hairs sticking out my hat. Put that back in there. Nope, it wants to hang out. Fix that real quick. Oh, none of you guys want to share? Or am I in here by myself now? Oh, we got some viewers in here. Come on, let's hear your honest ranks. No embarrassment. No need to be embarrassed. We all start somewhere. I was a fighter 3-player for many years before I started to actually figure out what to do. It'd be funny to do a series with these bounty hunters. I just kind of rely on them proccing their second skill a million times. Or even just make an account where I only use units that are heavy on like chances of things happening, like Dice Magician or like Rauk using this guy. Stuff like that, the bounty hunters. Monty says C2 in both Arena and World Arena, but playing on and off for 9 years. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. So you're probably not going to learn too much from this series, but at least you're in here. You can give your advice. And I don't know, maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll somehow accidentally get like C3 instead of C1. You never know. All right, do one more stage and then we'll see how far along we are. See if we got anything else. The problem that we're gonna have is that we do have oh, never mind. The problem we're gonna have is that we are not clearing these secret dungeons fast enough, so they're probably gonna start going away before we can finish them. But at the very least, we're getting Lauren. I think she's the most important one to get. And then after that, I think we're going to go for... Oh man, we still got more to... Decent amount more. After that, I think we'll go for the Light Inugami. Bella is her name. Bella Dayan. And then we'll go for Lynn if we have more time after that. But Lynn's not really something we need to go for. Alright, I'm going to switch up my camera real quick so that we can look at these events. And start collecting some free stuff in here. Okay. Yeah, the main thing right now is these Rune events are crazy. Can make another one. Let's go with... What did we do last time? I think we did Swift. I guess this time we can go Will. And we'll go... Slot 4. And we'll do HP %. Confirm that. And then we get 10 free changes here. We're looking for all of these to be percentages. Just like we did last time. Turn that off. There we go. Now the only issue with this one is that we don't have speed on it. We have a low roll into crit damage. So I think I'm going to try to, at the very least... Oh, great, we did it again. But we'll use up these free chances. If we get something better with speed, then we'll take it. But if not, I'll just use this one. This one's not bad either, but it's HP, and we're going with a lot of attack. Doesn't make sense. Same with that one. And you know what? We're just going to keep using these. Try to get something better here. Come on. All right, we'll do one more. You know what? We're going to take this one. And we got to get more stuff to power up with. Power up to +6. No, don't want that. Come on, go into speed. One into speed, one into defense. There we go. 16 speed. And we have 2 more rolls to do. See what we get. Oh, that's not bad. Definitely +15 that. 22 speed. We can enchant that into 27. And then we can remove the flat defense or even the resistance. We'll probably just remove the flat defense into something else. Alright, she should be done, right? One more. What else can we do? Oh, we got guild stuff going on. Nothing fun to do. Could set defenses. We'll just set whatever for now. Just put random crap in here just so we have it. You know what? Whatever. We're done. And back to TOA we go. Actually, you know what? Let's just wait. Let's wait around for a minute. Switch the camera over. This is going to be over soon, and we can start farming out the next one. Or maybe I will just continue progressing instead of farming out the other ones, because we got the main one that we wanted. We don't really need the other two, but they would be nice to have. What's up, Big E? Welcome back. Do some arena while we wait. Finish our rival matches. Yeah, we can still just auto all these. And I know we got some more events to collect, but we aren't worried about it right now. Alright, let's fuse Lauren, or summon Lauren. Here we go. Can't awaken yet. Lock her up. Power up. Don't have anything to power up yet. And we will continue with scenario. And I guess for now, we'll take out Vigor. And we'll start working on Lauren, allowing her to get some XP. If you're unaware of what this cowgirl does, she applies a defense break and pushes back attack bar every time she attacks. And she will also strip with her second skill. I'm not doing World Arena right now. I I don't even think I can verse you guys in World Arena until I reach a certain level. I chose a star and Brandia as the free mons you get that can propel you so far with the runes you get given. Brandia as your free Nat 5. Trying to think about that one. So I just got Brandia and was super excited about it, but I don't know. I guess it depends what you had. So I can't really make a judgment on that or not. But a star is definitely a good 4-star to grab if you don't have a star. Oh crap. Okay. We're dying. Just kidding. Farron Castle is complete on normal stage, normal mode. We get our 2 engraved scrolls, also known as scam scrolls, because you'll never get what you want from them. All right. Already bought that, and now we gotta clear Mount Runar. We'll summon the scam stuff. And we have to select a side. Let's figure out which side's gonna be more beneficial. Probably this side. Hopefully we get Verti-heal. We can get Verti-heal. We can get this guy for skill up. So yeah, we'll go with that side. Battle Mammoth. And we get Giant Warrior. 2 new things that we're not going to use. And we're back to scenario. Our only real use is to help dragons early game be a bit easier since everyone else is free to play for the standard team. A star is good for early necro teams with the vampire runes you get. Yeah, a star is good for necro as well as shit, I forget what it's called, like Punisher or the other one. But Brandia, I feel like, is mainly just good for speed clearing. So I guess if you're at that point in the game, then yeah, that's a great pickup. But also, she kind of requires better runes to be able to operate correctly. I hope you get the Fire Dragon. I don't. I hope we get 0 Nat 5s, so I'm not, like, upset about it. I wish I could trade any Nat 5s that I got. I have 2 LD 5 stars and I'm still Fighter 3. Well, how long have you been playing for? Also, which LD Nat 5s do you have? Because sometimes you get the LD Nat 5s that are only good for PvP. Or not PvP, PvE. I've been hammering people in PvP with Fire Dragon last pick. I'm only fighter 2 though, I think. Hey, whatever's working, man. Whatever's working for you. Don't fix what's not broken. Destiny and Narsha. Destiny and Narsha. Let's see how good my LD knowledge is. I believe Narsha is the light beast rider, right? And then Destiny is battle angel? Probably wrong about them. Let's check that out real quick. Beast Rider, Beast Rider. Oh, got that one right. Destiny's, I'm guessing, the Dark Battle Angel, because we saw the light one earlier. And I know that's not her name. Battle Angel would be higher up. Alrighty, that's how you know I've been playing for too long. I know all the names. Take her out so she's not sapping up experience. Crow could be a good option instead. I just suggest her since she does become a lot more useful in later games. Sorry to butt in, just played for 10 years and I like trying to help new people. No worries, man. If you got advice you want to give, then, you know, keep chatting it up. Keep the conversation going. Can all learn from each other. Like, I don't think there's one correct way to play the game. And everybody has their own bits of knowledge that, you know, somebody else doesn't know. That's just how it goes with anything that you do. But this game specifically, with how many different characters there are, how many different dungeons there are, you know, how big like the scope of the game really is when you break it down. It's hard to memorize everything and know everything. But there is like a baseline of things that are kind of common knowledge. And that's hopefully what we're learning watching this playthrough. So like right now we could be using anything that we want with this lapis, and this lapis will just still carry us. And then we'll get to a point where we get to giants, and I'll be saying the same thing about like 2 or 3 units that are in the team. I'll be able to say you can use these 2 or 3 units, and then whatever else you want to use for these other slots, as long as they fit like a general, you know, skill set, then it'll work. If that makes sense. Take you out, put you in. Why, Guild, did you vote at the voting event? Progression is so much quicker now, it's crazy. Yep. Progression now is like very fast up until a certain point, and then you kind of like hit like the brakes really hard. It's like being on the road and say you're driving at like, I don't know, 40 miles per hour. That's you going through Summoner's Way. And then you go down a road and that road has one of those like police signs up that like tracks how fast you're going, and say that signs wants you to go like 20 miles per hour, that's like kind of what happens once you get to the end of Sumner's Way. That sign pops up, and then your progression really slows down. You're kind of forced to slow down. And then from there, it's just about slowly getting to the next destination. Come on, why can't I click this? Are you going to use the Hall of Heroes event to your advantage? Unfortunately, I cannot. Yeah, because if I use the Hall of Heroes event, and I mean, none of these units are really going to help us progress that much anyway. But say it was like a different event. Well, it refreshes in 3 days. So say I use whatever the next monsters are. Whoops. And something there is like really going to help with my progression. Then later down the line, if somebody rewatches this and they are unable to obtain that same unit that I got, then they can't really follow along with what I'm doing. Like, I'm trying to make this series to the point where everything I'm doing, you can do as well, without any sort of excuse added on to that. Collect that. Craft unknown magic box. Ooh, look at that. 1 unknown scroll. Beautiful. And we're on the last mission. Clear Chiruka remains to get 3 Rainbowmon and mystical scrolls. Plus, we get these 2 things up here. Little thumbs up emote. This right here will really change your game. If you don't have that emote, then you're not able to progress any faster. I don't know. Slick never slows down or stops. All grind. Yes, sir. You're right. If you see that sign, you just fucking blow it. Go right through it. You take the ticket. Actually, you don't take the ticket because they can't catch you. Never slow down. Never surrender. I remember when Feynman used to be the stone wall back in the day, if damn near required you to have friends so you could use different monsters to win. Yeah, that's what I was saying about how it's so much easier now that you get free runes that are already max leveled and 6-starred, and some of them are legends. So there's no like point where you're gonna get stuck in scenario now, or any reason that you should. But yeah, back in the day, that's the way it was. Especially once you started getting into hard and hell mode, it was actually a challenge. Like, you weren't hit with that quick dopamine rush of collecting all these things right away. Which in a way was better, because you actually felt like you had to accomplish that, and scenario actually felt more enjoyable to do because you were actually doing it instead of autoing it. But catching up to the other players was the issue, and why they needed to make that change. Because if you're sitting here stuck in scenario for 2 weeks and people are already at endgame collecting more and more and better runes, then it makes it unfair for those of us that can't play all the time. They should add monsters and rune trading to this game. Oh man, that would honestly, that would be really bad for the game. I think that would be the killer. That'd be the dagger right there. People would just make 1 million bot accounts get all the good stuff, and then trade their main accounts, everything in the game. At that point, they might as well just give us every character in the game. But it would be cool if they did, like, I don't know, like a one-time transfer. Like your account can only receive a unit one time from another account. Or like 1 to 3 times or something like that. That could actually work. They could definitely do that without ruining anything. And it would be cool too, because if you have multiple accounts and say you don't really play on one of them, but you have like a Light Dark Nat 5 or like something that you really enjoy using that you don't have on your main account, then you could just trade it over and yeah, start using it. I guess people would make burners and hope for good monsters. Yeah. Yep. Everyone runed for some more desert hell instead of famine for XP farming. That was for the years. Yep. Yeah, now you don't even really need to farm or level your stuff up. Like you can just use unknown scrolls and use them to level up your characters. If you want to do it that way. But yeah, Famine 1 and Aiden Forest 1 are the best things to use, best stages to farm if you're trying to level your stuff up. I still personally just do Famine level 1. It's what the game recommends and it's just what I'm used to. Let's make Fran 5-star. Okay. Game wants us to spend money. We're not going to cave. Keep it pushing. How are you doing with the daily rune events? We are doing them. I don't really know how we're doing with them. We got a really good rune out of it. Slot 4 HP with 22 speed. Ungrinded, so I'd say that's pretty good. $77 out of 5. I'm not sure what you're saying with that. Legendary rune of your choice is the coolest event ever. They should make it to where you can only trade 4-star and under, and they can't be used at all to trade them. Are you saying you can't like trade them back after you've already received them? Yeah, I don't know. I think they have to be really careful with what they do if they were to make a trading system. I think another thing they could think about doing is putting like a marketplace in, which would be pretty complicated, but like I don't know if you guys ever played something like World of Warcraft where they have like a the auction house where it's just driven by the player base, so like people can list up their units for a certain price. That could be interesting. But the thing is, like, what is the price that you're throwing up there? Like, I guess you could do either list it for mana, like it'll cost you 10 million mana to get, if you want to buy like a basic Nat 5, or maybe 750 crystals or something like that. Yeah, it'd be interesting. You're saying, yeah, you can trade them back. Okay. You know what I don't miss about OS Summoners War? Chloe Chasoon and Trevor, or Bernard, Chloe, Chasoon, Lucian running Arena in every defense and offense. Yeah, I'll be honest, I wasn't even really competing at that time, so I don't have any like memories of that. But now that sounds like a quick offense win. And before, Chloe didn't have a speed leader, so that defense looks like you just outspeed it and you win. But if you can't outspeed it, then you build a tanky team. The legendary rune event makes me play much more to collect the 50 daily points. That's their objective. I'll be honest, I haven't been playing enough, especially with these events out right now. I think I'm going to miss out on a lot of stuff. I got to log on to my main account at some point today after this. And I'll probably just farm a little bit, do my daily stuff, and then log off. Because on top of doing that, I'm also going to have to edit these videos eventually. Really like the background. Even though it's pixely. I think the lighting's really nice. Hey, you complete the stages, so mid-game coming. I don't really know what I would consider mid-game. I think mid-game, for me, is beating all the scenarios on Hell mode and getting at least to B10 on every dungeon and completing at least TOA normal 100, and then getting at least to Fighter 3 in Arena. That for me is mid-game. Wow. Who do we get? First Nat 5 incoming. All right. Enough with the yapping. My fingers starting to tire out. Oh, here we go. Talking about the dimensional rifts. That's going to be a whole nother dialogue that we have to click through. Let's just summon the scroll and get our first Nat 5. Whoops, I accidentally clicked that right away. We can't use her. Collect that. We got our emote. And what are we doing now? Check the strategy info, get Konamiya. Check the deck for this. Which one was it? I already forgot. I think it was this one. Yep. Get our free stuff for fusion. Evolve a Frankenstein. There's the Frankenstein. We got to go into here. Wait, how do we do it? Oh, evolve him to 4-star. What am I doing? There we go. Get the material. Waken him. Evolve the Inugami. Just simply teaching you how to fuse these units. It's a whole process. It's a pain in the ass. That's why I said to save up your Devilmon for Veramos, because you're not going to want to keep making a bunch of them just to max skill him. Yeah, this is going to take a hot minute to get through. Waken him. Evolve the fairy. Just constant progression. What did that one say? Awaken the fairy. Water elemental. What just happened? Oh, we need to make him a 3-star first. Yeah, so don't worry. None of these units are really that useful at this point in the game. Like, these 3 can be used, but they're not like groundbreaking. And then this unit you definitely don't want to use. Or you can watch one of my first Can I Convince You to Build videos I did on him. And you can see how he's used if you want to use him. But we want that druid. Need to max skill or max level all of these units first. So we'll use that. Max him out. Use that. Max her out. Yeah, it gives you everything you need. So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about farming anything. Even though we need 1 more for this guy. So we actually do need to farm a little bit. And we'll just continue on through here. We'll start doing the hard mode. And we'll take out him. Just put him in there for now. All right, see how much XP we get. Oh, it's going to take a couple. So yeah, what else is going on in the world of Summoner's War or Comp to Us? Anything new happening? Just more updates. We went over that last update. That update was pretty good. Liked what was in it. A lot more Guild Wars stuff though, but at least it was positive changes. Still waiting for the 2v2 update. Need more 2v2 updates. In your main account, what was your last Nat 5? It was Brandia. Yep, we got Brandia, and then I started to work on my Rift Beasts, getting better scores for that. Got a couple better scores by using her, and I'm going to start using her to speed clear some things and try to get on some of the leaderboards if I can. We're still missing out on the Dark Blacksmith, so there's some of them that I just can't, you know, get a new best time on because I don't have her. But Brandia, in my opinion, that's like mainly what she's there for, is to be like the best thing that you can have to do the most damage in one hit, so that you can get the best times for different dungeons. That's her main thing. I have the Light Runesmith. Yeah, the light one's also really good. Really good for the Rift Beasts. I started using her as well. She was a Hall of Heroes unit. But the Dark Runesmith is where it's all at right now. But the thing is, these units aren't necessary to get. Like, yeah, you can get a new best time with them, but you're not going to run a team consistently with using them. You just simply use them to try to get on a leaderboard, and that's it. You don't really get anything for that, but it's just cool to see your name up there. Okay, collect everything here. Collect everything here. We got a lot of, almost 2,000 crystals already. Did we max him out? Yep, he's maxed out. We can go to fuse. Fuse this one. All right, get our Wind Dryad. Really good unit for TOA. Really good unit for early on Giants. Up until you get to Abyss, then she becomes useless. But what do we need her for? You can use her and save her up to make Riley, which is really good free-to-play annoying unit to have. I personally hate her, but if you want to make her, she's not a bad option. We're just going to keep her for TOA in case we get stuck. There we go. We got a solid violent focus rune set. This rune set's most likely going to go on to Veramos once we get him. It's a perfect Veramos set to have. And let's just keep going onto here. Let's do that one. All family of the Polar Queens is so OP. You're right about that. Got Tiana, Alicia, Brandia. Brandia is OP for speed clearing. Alicia is OP for arena offense. And Tiana is OP for anything that's PvP. Level up at the Fame Volcano with your non-max level monsters in auto mode. So just doing the same thing we did earlier. Shake that and just put him in there. Tiana is my favorite unit. I have 2 copies and redeemed his skin for both. Yep. Tiana really helps you in PvP for sure. I remember being really excited when I finally got her, because if you guys don't know what Tiana does, she strips without having to worry about resistance. Just automatic strip the entire team, that gives you attack bar. I'm sure most of you already know what she does, but that's super overpowered. It's the only one that does it. Her only downfall is that she has low base speed. And that's something that should stay low, by the way. I don't think that they should increase her base speed at all. It's fine the way that it is. There's a little bit of a risk when using her because of her base speed. But there's got to be a trade-off with everything that you use, right? There can't be things like Byung-Chul that's just good at everything. My favorite polar is Alicia. Do you like the skins of the game? Which one is your favorite? I do like the skins. I like the art team a lot. I don't know which one's my favorite. Actually, I do. I think I like the Dragonite skin the best. I think they're pretty cool. I'm a big like Western fantasy nerd, so anything that's got like armor and like weapons and stuff like that, that's kind of my style. It's what I enjoy. Anything that has like an epic look to it. Like I remember when I first downloaded this game, one of my first lightnings was the Fire Death Knight. And I thought he was really cool, and even though at the time he wasn't that great, I decided to make him like my main focus. And I built him up. I think he was my first 6-star. And then I lost my account and I had to restart. Art team keeps this game alive. They definitely help out a lot. I still like some of the first designs that they have in the game, but the art team definitely keeps things looking fresh, especially with some of the dungeons, updating the dungeons and stuff like that. The pictures in between going into things, like right there, stuff like that is cool to look at, keeps you interested. But I don't know. I've been trying to think to myself, like, what makes this game so unique and so popular still? And I think a part of it is the art team. And like I've said before, I'm not necessarily, like, really into this specific art style. But something about, like, the coloration of everything and the way things are just, like, lined up and separated and like clear to the eye is what makes it more appealing for myself. But I think it's also the fact that nothing is too complicated, but it's complicated enough to like sink your teeth into. Like every character that's in the game, they have a specific amount of skills and a leader skill sometimes. And that's all it is. And it doesn't try to overcomplicate that. Even though recently they have been a little bit more, like with things that have 2 different forms and stuff like that. But I don't know. I think they just have a really nice mix of everything. And like I said, the most important thing is how clear everything looks, and also the way that numbers look. I think the way that numbers look are very important. Like the way that they pop up on your screen, the way that they sometimes will change colors depending on different things that happen. Like for example, if they resist something, you'll see like the blue text pop up, so you know right away that it was a resistance. The way that when you do damage, it's a little bit hard to see because we're in ×3, but it's still bold enough to be able to see the number before it goes away. Like there's some games that have numbers and they're like written in cursive, or they try to make them look too fancy. Look how basic these numbers look when they pop up. It's just very simple text. Nothing, like even this victory right here, it's just bold text, simple as that. Let's keep it pushing. Winter skins are my favorites. Alicia and Shizuka. Yeah, the winter skins are pretty cool. Everything new that they've been coming out with has been top notch. Like, there's not really a skin that like I hate. I don't think there's any skins that have came out and I'm like, this is just terrible. Except for maybe some of the ones that decide they're going to remove as much clothes as possible. It's, I think, a little bit cringe, in my opinion. But, I mean, hey, some people like that. Is what it is, I guess. But, yeah, I like the ones that have, like, a lot of pixels on them. Really cool designs, really cool animations. But the only issue with the art getting improvements is that the game will now require more to download. And there's more of a chance of crashes to occur if they don't get it right, if they don't fix the bugs throughout updates. Valve a 4-star and a 5-star, is that what that said? Just check again and make sure. Make sure we're not making any mistakes. Where was I at? Fast level. Valve a monster to 5-star. Yep. Okay, we'll get her up there. Alright, we got Lauren now. About the Magic Knight. Level up in Magic Knight. Reach max level. And we'll just farm this out. Yeah, just let her do it by herself. I think they should implement the turn order attack bar from RTA to all content. If they did that, they would have to have a specific position they put it in for each content. Because like if they put it in right now, they would have to make it like maybe small and put it up here. Because if they put it right here, it'd be covered by chat. Oh, we can't do that yet. I know it. We can do it. We don't have vampire. Let's put the vampire set on with the revenge set. Okay, so this is the way to build your lapis early on. Vampire Revenge. For all the multi-hits she does, she's going to be leeching back a lot of health. Even though she has a life steal on her third ability, she's still good to have Vampire. I would say either Vampire or Despair. Despair for TOA and Vampire for farming. Oh, we gotta clear it first. Agreed, those skins are irritating. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. There's people that like that stuff. I'm personally not into cartoons like that. I don't know how else to say it. But, yeah. I mean, it's not even just for, like, guys that are into that stuff. It's also for girls. Like, I guess it gets girls into the game. But yeah, I prefer if they just stick to things that have clothes on them, or using animals with fur and stuff. Like, that sounded weird. I meant like something like an Inugami, like a wolf. Something kind of like badass that you know can actually do something in a fight. Alright, just farming up. I actually don't need to be farming. She's going to level up as we continue to do other things. So, after this run, we're going to carry on and see what else we have to do. I also realized I clicked the next stage by accident. But it's alright, she can still do it. Alright, just sell that stuff. And we'll do Dimensional Rift. Here we go. So the Dimensional Rift will always be open, but it'll be on a random scenario. And it will have monsters from that scenario that it's on. Normally you will want to do hard. And this is the best way to level up your monsters. You get the most experience from this. However, you can only do it a certain amount of times a day. So you'll get 3 of these per day. And you can stack them on top of each other. So if I don't use any today and I get 3 more tomorrow, then I'll have 8 out of 10. And then the next day, if I don't use it and I collect 3 more, I'll have 11 out of 10, but then you can't collect any further than that. So you have to be under 9 to be able to collect another +3. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. And of course, if your unit's able to solo this, that's the quickest way to level them up. But early on, you're probably better off using like a lapis to help your other units level up. Really wonder what their next update's gonna be. What else are they gonna add into this game? When are they going to give us a free Lights Arc Nat 5 to choose from? Is it coming up soon, or is it going to come up next year? Next 11-year birthday event. Easy enough. Well, get some more dialogue. Do the world boss. Alright, world boss, you just want to hit auto assign, and whatever you got, go into it. The better your team gets, the better your score will be. The better your score is, the better rewards that you'll get. But the rewards are still random, so don't expect too much from it. Just another thing that you should be doing every single day. You get to do the world boss 3 times a day. So make sure every day you're using all 3 chances if you have enough units to do it, of course. Right now, we do not. And after you beat it for the first time, you'll be able to skip it instead of watching this whole animation. I guess it's pretty cool if it's your first time seeing it, but if you've seen it a million times already, it's a bit redundant to watch it over again. We'll just keep that for now. Okay. What just happened? Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta fix my screen. Nope, that's not fixing it. They're making me click so damn fast, I keep messing up the stream. My God. Oh no. You guys know what this means. More dialogue. Okay. Let's go inside. Here is the dimensional rift. In here, you can second awaken some of the 3-star units in the game. We're going to be doing that eventually. Whenever they want to stop talking. On top of second awakening your monsters, you can also get runes. So here you go. Here's some of the monsters you can second awaken. You can do any of these units with any of their elements. And for the Forest of Roaring Beasts, here's the drop info. These are the best runes that you can get in the game. Once you can get to level 5, they will drop 6-star legendary runes potentially, but the stats are a little bit better than a basic rune. So it is important to always be using your energy on these, because you only get a certain amount of energy to farm these specific dungeons per day. Not per day, but per I don't know, it will say down here, I think. Yeah, so if I were to use some of this energy down here, then there's a certain amount of time that it will refresh and you can start using it again. So there's that. Collect that. Clear 2A20. Didn't we already do that? Did we not already do that? Guess we got to do it again. Take you out, use you, and figure out where the music went. We made it all the way to the end of this playlist. Switch it up. All right. We're lagging out now. So who's here still listening? I'm sure a lot of you guys are just waiting for me to get to a certain point so that it can start getting a bit more interesting. These early stages are just, like I said previously, you're just kind of watching your team slowly get better. You're doing what the game's saying. If you're a new player, you don't necessarily have to read everything. You can kind of just see what it's trying to tell you just by clicking on what it's telling you to click on. There we go. We finally get Crow. Now this unit right here, been talking about him a lot. I think he goes right into your monster box. There he is. This guy will deal a lot of damage with this third skill. And he also has a defense break and a team up ability to have it so the rest of your team or another character on your team will attack with him, reduce their cooldown time. But the main thing is this big nuke here, and you can second awaken him so that these skills will deal more damage, and he'll help you clear things a little bit quicker and honestly safer. So if you're clearing things faster, sometimes that is safer because you're not giving the boss enough time to stay alive and delete your team. So sometimes going faster is actually safer than trying to build a slow like support team. Solid rune set that it gives you. See if we can collect anything. No, we can't. And we'll move on. Clear a second awakened dungeon. So we'll start with this one. And of course, you're getting XP to be able to awaken. It's separate from your normal experience. So once we get him to 100% on second awaken experience, you can then evolve him or second awaken him. But also you'll need to max his skills. So we're going to have to get a bunch of Inugamis to put into him before we do that. But luckily, you can get Inugamis just by doing scenario. There we go. We get 0.7% for just doing level 1. As we go up in stages, I think it's closer to like, I honestly have no idea. It probably goes up somewhere around like 3 or 4% per dungeon clear. You guys can correct me if you know. Collect all this stuff. Do the mock battle. Mock battle is a building that we put out earlier, and it's just a way to get additional stuff here and also to be able to use and try out different units in the game. It's just challenges. It's kind of like a puzzle that you have to figure out. decided to join the adventure of a new account. Welcome in. You'll probably surpass me, to be honest. Whoops, let me retry that. Alright, so this is where you learn how to use your brain and try to figure out which skills you should be using on who. So we're going to sleep this unit because they're about to take a turn. The blue bar is the attack order. And we will use this skill because it will stun and give us another turn. So we stun that unit, get another turn. And now we use this ability to potentially snipe something. It'll deal more damage on something that is stunned, sleep, or frozen. Freeze that one. Attack that one. Put a defense break, kill it. Oh, I think we used the wrong skill there. Yeah, we only got 2 stars, but it's alright. All we had to do was complete it. Not really worried about getting 3 stars on it right now. Clear stage 40. Let's do a last round of summons, try to get some skill ups before we do this. And a nat 5? Nope. No nat 5. Elven Ranger, skill up. There we go. First nat 5. Welcome to the storage, Chiwu. Alright. Who wants a Chiwu? Giving them out for free. And we'll use a skill up for this guy. Please fight Marios 4. There's no point right now, man. I don't really have anything. Eventually, once we have a good amount of stuff, I'll take on some of you guys so you can see where you're at. But as of right now, we're just trying to get through Summoner's Way. I'm gonna take him out for now, just to start leveling up Crow. So as you can see right there, Crow teamed up with Lapis so that she was able to use her first ability and attack everybody. So that's one of the benefits of having a Inugami with that second skill. And for TOA, he's going to help out with the boss stage. So we'll have Lauren shoot the boss, defense break the boss, and then Crow can come in and just slap it. I think the issue, though, is, yeah, Lauren has no runes on her, so she's got no speed. Now she does. And we'll keep it pushing here. There's no walls that we've hit yet. We're just flying through everything. We're making good progress. And we're summoning things that we can't use. We have 14,000 damage from Crow at level 4. Yeah, they really need to add a repeat battle for TOA. I understand they have the 10-time battle, but you have to watch it as it does the 10-time. Be nice if we could just auto through TOA while we work on our arena and other stuff. But here we are, waiting around, watching Crow crit for 14,000. I'm not very familiar with Water Elf. What does he benefit the team with? So he's basically like a budget water dragon. Go over him really quick. His first skill is multi-hit, just like the rest of the Elven Rangers. It's not really a big deal. It's good for Necro, that's it. Second skill, he will stun and instantly gain another turn, so that he can use his third skill more often after it's fully skilled up. I think it's down to reusable in 4 turns, 4 or 5 turns, I forget. This skill pushes their attack bars back to 75% each. I can't remember if this goes up to 100% after skill ups, and will stun them if the enemy has less than 30% attack bar. So yeah, you're basically getting a bunch of turns with him and pushing back everyone's attack bar as well as stunning them. So they're all controlled to the point where they're probably not going to get a turn by the time they're dead. So for the best way to build him, I would suggest either going Swift or Violent. Swift or Violent, and I would go Speed on slot 2, and you can go HP or HP Accuracy for slots 4 and 6, because having accuracy is just as important as everything else. Actually, probably the most important thing for him, so that he doesn't miss his attack bar pushback. Does he kind of do Tyrone's job? Yeah, basically. Yeah, I guess you can say he's like a budget dragon. Like, the budget dragon is Tyrone, and then the budget of Tyrone is the Elven Ranger, if you want to look at it that way. And then Crow is like the budget Brandia. Lapis is the budget, the fire version of her. And Fran is Fran. Fran is, I guess, kind of the budget Riley. They do similar things. All right, we got a bunch more stages to sit through here. What else can we talk about? Just gotta push through it. TOA is a long journey. Some will say it's worth it. Some will say it's a waste of time. I think it's at least worth it to get to stage, I think, 70 or 80. Collect the rewards for the Devilmons and the Rainbow Mon. And I guess even just getting the crystals is worth it. But going for scrolls isn't really that worth it. but it's the most fun thing to get, obviously. This game is called Summoner's War. You want to summon. You started playing the game to summon, so... But it's just a long journey. Getting up that tower, pain in the ass, resets every single month. Just to get the same rewards. Who's your favorite 2A? Favorite 2A. Favorite 2A. Don't really know. I like Crow, obviously. Crow's definitely up there. Rauk is probably up there, just because he's so fun to use. And I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head that's like something I really enjoy using. The werewolves are good, but they're not like my favorite. Do you think there will be a change soon for RTA? I mean, Chandra is still so overpowered. Yeah, I think there will be a nerf for Chandra. I think there will be a nerf for Byung-Chung. Besides that, it could be anything. I think the only change that needs to be made to Chandra is to lower his base speed. Because he's got too much base speed with how much he can do with the rest of his skills. Like, he's now pretty much turned into a Bernard with the speed leader and just even better skills on top of that. Guaranteed crit and everything. Like, it's ridiculous. But also, I don't really care if they do or not, because I have them both. So if they're overpowered, I'm just going to abuse them. Miho's still good at my favorite. Yeah, Miho's a fun one. I pray for a nerf for Win Fat Man. Yeah, it's Byung-Chung. He'll probably get a nerf. He's currently controlling the arena defense meta. If you take him out, the entire meta changes. But the question is how are we going to nerf him? If you were in charge of nerfing that unit, what would you do? What do you think is fair? What do you think will be the best solution for that problem? Personally, I think you just take away his lifesteal. I think the way to nerf things is not by nerfing them completely to the ground and making them completely useless. You just take away one thing that they have and you see how they do without it. If they're still overpowered without it, then okay, they're still overpowered, but at least something got taken away from them. And they go from being where they're at to a little bit lower, a little bit easier to deal with. And then if they're still overpowered after that change has been made, then you can take away another thing and see how that looks. But I hate it when they nerf something and then it becomes completely useless. It goes right to the garbage. And I also hate when they try to nerf something and then try to add something to it to like compensate for it. I think that new buffs to match the power of... Sorry, I can't read what you put there. I think that new buffs to match the power of now, and so there is much more to choose from. So you think that there should be more buffs instead of nerfs? I don't think so. And here's why. If you are buffing, say, 4 or 5 more units to match the strength of one unit, you now have a bunch of other units that are pretty much useless compared to them. Right? And it becomes a thing of, okay, I need one of these 5 units, otherwise I can't progress. You're better off just nerfing things and trying to keep them, everything at like a relatively even playing field. Because there's already a middle ground of all of the units. Like if you took all the units right now, you had a list of like a S tier to D tier, there is a middle ground. And what you want to do, like the C tier, right? C tier is the middle ground, maybe B tier, whatever you want to consider middle ground. You want to get the S tier and the D tier as close as possible to that B and C tier to evenly balance the game. That's how I look at it. But also, it's very difficult when you have so many different things that you have to balance. Like, eventually, or you're going to have something that's going to be better if you start nerfing other things. Like, if you nerf something, then something else is now going to go up in rank. What if they made it so that his passive only boosts the crit rate? Or is that a bad idea? Only boosts his crit rate, so he's not guaranteed the crit? Yeah, they've been adding in a lot of those guaranteed crits. Just realized that. People are saying Chandra's OP now, and he's just got that guaranteed crit ability. That's definitely not a bad idea, though. I wouldn't mind that. That would be a good nerf, in my opinion. Because the main issue right now is that he's doing an AoE and it's guaranteeing to crit everything. Even if you bring in things that are supposed to be able to counter him, like a full fire team. Like I'm using a full fire dot team to deal with him. And if he Von procs twice, there's a good chance he's killing my fire units. But if he's not guaranteed to crit, he's going to glance some of those hits and not do overpowered things like he's doing currently. All right, we're getting to the end here. Stage 34. We need 6 more to go. Still not struggling. But hold up, we might have an issue with this. I'm going to pause this. This stage can be annoying. Take you out. Now we need to strip. We missed the strip. He's got on endure and reflect. So we're going to be taking damage every time we hit him and he can't die. So we need him to take a turn so we can remove it. There we go. Now we can kill him. And we need to try to not push back attack bar. She's going to push back attack bar every time, though, which is annoying. And now we need to strip. Please strip. There we go. Done with that one. Yeah, so I guess we can just talk about different starter units, different stuff that's good to use early on. Things to look out for. Like I said, keep looking out here. The martial cat that I'm using, I summoned her, but you can also get her from secret dungeons. Bearman, I wouldn't suggest using him. Yeah, usually the light dark ones are ones that you want to look out for, because they're more universal. Like, for example, Fran, let me actually show you. Let me circle them. Fran, Crow, and Lauren are all light dark units, and they're more universal because they don't have element disadvantage against anything. So you can bring them into any part of the game, and you don't have to worry about, like, if I were to bring a fire unit into the giant who is a water element boss, I have a disadvantage with that. So it's good to try to base your team around light dark if you can, or at least have a couple of light dark units in there, so you don't have to worry about that. And when you're 6-starring things, it's universal. Because if you're 6-starring things just for one thing early on in the game, you're going to progress slower that way. It's not a bad thing to do. Once you start clearing everything, you have your teams, your universal units set up for your different teams. Then you can start making specific units for specific things. And we don't have music. What should we listen to? Yeah, this Lapis is never gonna die. The lifesteal. Let's see, how long have we been going for? A little bit longer than yesterday. We'll go maybe until for another 20 minutes. Been on here for about 2 hours and 40 minutes. Try to go for 3 hours today. We'll finish up stage 40. Then we'll see what we got left. I would also highly suggest runing up and using Shannon, the Wind Pixie, early on. I think she's overlooked a lot. We're probably going to use her for our first Giants clear. She'll provide the defense buff as well as the attack buff, and you can second awaken her if you want. She will push back attack bar. Makes it super easy, super reliable. But she is another one of those units that isn't really universally used. You can use her for Giants, TOA if you want to. There's better options. And even Arena, you can use her, but there's better options. but still not a bad unit to consider early on for that reason. Do you think new players should go for Dragon's team or Giants team first? Definitely Giants. Giants is going to be easier to complete for the first time, as well as you're getting runes that are better for newer accounts. You're getting Swift runes, which helps with your speed, which helps you take more turns. And you're getting Despair runes, which helps with TOA and completing that for the first time. And if you look over at Dragons, what you're getting from Dragons, you're going to be struggling to complete it for the first time, especially without having those runes from Giants. And on top of that, even if you don't struggle with it, you're just farming out Violent... What else does it drop? Violent Revenge. Am I confusing that with Necro? I don't know. But basically the main thing is you're trying to get Violent runes from it. And you don't really need Violent runes early on in the game. Really, ever, to be honest. You can just go Swift. People like Violent because they like to test their luck. And the thought of, if your units are stunned, they can Violent proc out of it. They can Violent and reduce their cool times. But there's a trade-off. You're trading for luck, which might not happen, compared to something that is guaranteed with a Swift rune. Or no, Despair is not guaranteed either. But at least with Swift, you're guaranteed to get a certain stat from it, a certain amount of speed from it. So Violent only really becomes worth it once your units that you're using Violent runes on have really good speed substats. So you're making up for the lost speed. Okay, this stage is super annoying. We gotta wait for the invincibility to go off. We might be here forever. Strip. Oh. Kill it. Thank you. Is Necropolis better than Giants for PvE because it has Rage runes compared to Fatal runes from Giants? For PvE... Still no, like I wouldn't worry about it right away. You are right, the Fatal is better than Rage. But it's going to be harder to farm Necro and get your first Necro team down consistently. And yeah, you're just simply going to be able to farm more Giants than any other dungeon early on in the game. And it's going to give you runes that you can make your entire account based around early on, up until the point where you have some of the best Swift sets that you can get. And then I would suggest switching over from there and using those really good Swift sets, Fatal sets, Despair sets, to then transition into Dragons, get the good Violent sets, transition into Necro, get the good Rage sets and Will sets. And that's how you want to do it. Let's actually focus on this one. We might lose because we should have been doing this and not letting the game do it for us. Yes, we're going to have to reset that. This is a good stage to showcase, though. This is where a lot of people we'll get stuck. But I think we can just still do it with the team that we got going. We just have to actually play the game. Might have to level some people up first. Stun. No stun. Also, there's been so many rune events lately too. New people could have or still can use them to obtain rage and violent runes. Yeah, exactly. Like if you want to get one solid set of it, use the events to get one. You're going to get some just simply by going through Summoner's Way. They might not be the best sets, but they're still, they can do the job for you. But the most important thing is that you're just following the path that the game is leading you in. And don't worry about anything else until you've completed that. And I know from experience, from watching other people do it, you will get stuck. You'll be unsure of how to beat the next mission in Summoner's Way. So we're going to hopefully help you with that throughout the series. And hopefully we can get through stage 40. Let's see if we can get a stun. Get another turn, but nope. No, we don't. Push back attack bar. Never mind. Oh, he's dead. Or she's dead. Shh. The Archangel is about to heal. Can we kill it? No, we need a Lapis there. Ah, oh, shit. We're dead. Ah, we were so close. Alright. First time we're struggling here. Let us simply make some adjustments. This is what you want to do. If you're unable to progress, you want to go to your runes, see what you got going on. For her, slot 2, we want speed. We want the speed. We're actually going to take this one off of Vigor. The Werewolf doesn't really need it right now. Plus 15 it. Now she's got better speed. Plus 15 this one. So she's got more health. How do we look over here? Okay. These runes are terrible. Take the shield off. Go with... Just go with energy. And we'll go with this energy set. It's going to be slower, but at least he can survive longer. Plus 12 it. Some HP, plus 12. Okay. And that should be good enough for now. Let's see what we can collect. I think it's just going to be all the same crap here. Nothing that's going to help us. Go to power up. And see if we can power anything up. Couple more levels out of that. Couple more out of that. And double Crow's level here. We will 4-star him, keep increasing his stats up. We'll 5-star him. And now we go back into it. So that's all you got to do. If you start losing, just make some adjustments and then go back into it and try again. Alright, I don't know about this music. What else do we got here? Fran and Lauren are kind of risky for Giants Abyss. What's a good team for early game that you recommend? For Giants, I would say Shannon, Crow, the Wind Vagabond. That's like your core 3 right there. And then you could try substituting in whoever else you're building. But ideally, oh, let's pause it. Shit, we already went on the wrong one here. Wasn't paying attention. Ideally, you have Veramos by that time. And Veramos will make it way easier. Push back. Didn't get it. Oh, why are we fucking lagging? Defense break. Yep, just keep going for him. It's good damage. Attack break. And can we snipe? Yes, we can. There we go. Stage 40 down. Let's move on. And we got pretty unlucky there. There was a lot of things that were going wrong. Lauren attacked the wrong thing to start the match. We were getting stunned up. What was that? Make a rune what? Make a rune plus 12? She's already maxed out. He's maxed out. Pretty sure these are all maxed out. Do plus 12 here. Alright, got another arena rival. As we smash through the dialogue. The good thing about all this is that you do it once and configure almost everything on auto for the next time. Yep. With the new updates that have come out, you can just auto engrave things. It makes it a lot easier. But it's also important to understand why things are getting auto engraved onto certain things. So make sure you're not fully relying on auto engraves. Try to actually learn when you can what everything does, what your runes are, what you have on everything. So it's not completely like a shot in the dark and just relying on the game to play for you. Do you ever take looks at people's accounts for help, build teams for Necropolis or something like that? Yeah, I mean, do it all the time with channel members. I'll help out you with your account if you are a channel member on this YouTube channel. Just simply become a member, whatever tier. Message me in Discord. I'll help you there. In the future, I do plan on actually reviewing your accounts live and giving my live reaction to what you got going on, and we can all help each other out that way. But yeah, that's mainly a channel member perk that I have going right now. All right, we'll end on getting to 1200 in arena. We already bought this, so I don't know if it's gonna allow us to do it. And we will save a deck, might as well. Brand new feature. How do I become a member? I've never done that before. So if you go to my channel, on my channel page, let me actually do it while I'm explaining it, so I don't give you misinformation here. One second. Just run that. So if you go onto my channel page and you click the link that's in blue, click on that link. It'll take you to my members page. Or actually, it might be different for you because I'm technically already a member. Or you can just go over to the membership tab that's on the homepage. And from there, you'll see the different options, the different tiers that you can join to become a channel member with different perks. And that is how you do it. I also take donations if you would rather just donate instead of becoming a member, because it is like a monthly payment thing if you don't cancel it. But yeah, you know, simply just give me all your money and we can work from there. You know, give me your entire paycheck and we're cool, and you can get all the help in the world. I'm just kidding. Yeah, seriously, the best way to get help for free is just by watching videos and, you know, watching these live streams. I try to give as much advice as I can give freely for you guys based off of experience. I never try to teach things that I haven't done myself already. But yeah, those are your options if you need any help. All right. Just farming out points. We are midweek right now, so shouldn't be too hard to get up to Fighter 2. Skip everything that has an actual defense, because we do not have an actual offense right now. Played since the start of the 10-year anniversary event and got some good net 5s out of them. Maybe that's why I was so quick with it. Talking about getting the TOA 80 hard. Nice. I'll be honest though, I think you'll progress just about as fast as if you were to get something really good early on. Like, the game is giving you the things to progress as quickly as possible now, while being free to play. Like, there's not really any Nat 5. Like, if I was doing this account right now and I was allowed any rules I wanted and I could use any units that I get from scrolls, any Nat 5s, I don't think there's really one that I would be like hoping to get that would like make my progression that much faster. I think everything you need is already available to you. The only thing I see those Nat 5s being useful for now is stuff like PvP. But when it comes to PvE, you have everything you need. Okay, we might lose to Skogul here. Good chance that we lose if we don't reduce his attack bar. Are you not using 4 stars and 5 stars? No, I am not using... well, I'm using 4 stars, but only free to play 4 stars and 5 stars. So stuff that you can fuse, I'm using. But no, we got Chiwu. I will not be using Chiwu. Push back. God, this guy's so tanky. Push him back. Kill him. Kill him. Oh, don't violent. Kill it. What is that? He had like 1 HP for like 3 hits. That's ridiculous, man. I'm skipping that. I don't have time for that. So we can set a defense, might as well. Set that. That was so stupid. You know what? I'm actually kind of mad about it. Let's do it again. You got freaking lucky. All right, strip. Missed the strip again. Beautiful. Defense break. Missed the defense break again. Pushback attack bar. Missed the pushback attack bar. And we're dead. What do we have? 0 accuracy on Fran? Or Lauren? Why is she missing every single time? Let's see. What the hell is this? 32. It should still land every once in a while, right? You would think. Alright, whatever. Have your free to Skogul defensive wins. Enemy is 100% resistance. Yeah, it definitely has 100% resistance or close to it, but we're also shooting her first skill like 7 times in a row. You would think it would at least push back 1 time. Come on, simple things. Simple things to beat. Push it back. There we go. Missed the crit. See if this guy solos us as well. Push back. And don't miss crit. I don't think we can because we got element advantage over him. Yeah, this is the arena experience up into Fighter 3 C1. You just look for people that have bad defenses or one unit set, and that's how you rank up. It's literally it. So if you're not able to get up there, it's because you're not trying at all. Like, don't attack any of these. There's no point. Not gonna win. There we go. That's where we're at right now. We can beat a level 1 slime. That's good enough. That level 1 slime just got us almost up to fighter 2. The nap 5 I chose in the 70-day event was Liam after I saw how you one-shotted the TOA normal 100 boss. Yeah, man. Really good unit. There we go. Fighter 2. But yeah, he's good for a lot of things. I did a video on him as well. With him, I used him in every single rank in Arena. I forget how high we got. I think we might have got to like Guardian 3 and stopped or something like that. But he can be used for a bunch of different things. He's also used on a speed team for the dragon. So yeah, I would say that was a pretty good pick. Okay, thank God it gave us that. Obtain monster summoning pieces. So for this, we would have to accept something and do that, yada yada, whatever. So I think what I'm gonna do is, because that would be boring to watch next time, and we're about to end here, I'm gonna do this one off camera. Maybe I'll get a Bella or just another decent looking unit. Let's see what we got. Warbear, Griffin. Yeah, we're gonna get this Griffin. This Griffin is really good. And off stream, I'm gonna farm this guy out. And that'll be it. What else should we do? You know what? Let's look through all these events real quick. Change my camera so you guys can see. And we'll collect and then call it a day. Just so nobody's confused as to how I got all this stuff, always take advantage of the events that are going on. If you're watching this like months after I release it, you probably have a different event going, and make sure you're taking advantage of it. Grab 2 runes from here. We're gonna grab Swift, slot 4, crit damage. And from here we're gonna grab Swift, slot 6. We can go attack. Collect that. Whoops. Let's see how our rolls look. Hopefully we get some crit rate. 20 crit rate. Can we get 25? Ah. We need to enchant and gem this defense into speed. That's not terrible. Where did my other rune go? I clicked this so fast that the other one disappeared. Swift. Okay, it was this one. We'll probably just reappraise this one. We need speed on there. Ooh. Take that. Is there anything we should be... No, we're trying to have some fun here. We're gonna go with the light darks for sure. We can only get one though. 1 light dark, and we'll go pick up these rainbow mon right here, so we can start 6-starring things. Good enough. We got 28 scrolls, so let's end it on this. Switch back real quick. See what we get. What can we work with? Oh, we got Griffin. And Pirate Captain. Might use this guy. Also not a bad unit to use for your first Giants team. For a safe, slow team. Got Lexi. And Nat 5. Jack-o'-lantern. Summon the rest of these. Neostone Agent. I think that's a fusion monster, so that's pretty huge. Amazon. Grim Reap. Skill up. Gargoyle. Can't use it. And Martial Artist. Golem. And Light Dark Nat 5. Just kidding. Minotaurs. Oh, these damn cows. They're pretty underwhelming, to say the least. Okay, so what can she go into? I don't think we have any of these yet. I think you get these from these events. Yeah, this event here. Once we unlock this event, then we can start working on getting this stuff to be able to fuse Veramos. But yeah, that'll probably do it for today. Gonna farm this guy out, so there's no questions on how I obtained him. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Right? I'm gonna stay consistent. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.